Hey guys, in this video I'm giving away this portfolio template for free. I'm going to show you how to update it to make it your own, and I'm going to show you how to deploy it like I did with my own portfolio, jeffreyalmanzar.com. We're going to be using GitHub Pages for the deployment, so it's completely free. As you can see, it links to your resume. It also has a markdown block in case that you want to document technical concepts as you learn. But that's only if you want to, you don't have to. And as you can see, it looks decent on mobile as well. I suggest that you watch the video twice. The first time just to get an overview of what needs to be done, and the second time to follow along with me. If you have any issues or questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll help you out. You can download the template by using the link in the description, and then you want to click download all. And you want to unzip the file. Before we can run the program locally on your computer, you need to have Node.js installed because this is a Next.js project. So you can download the installer based on your operating system and then just double click it. I'm not going to do it because I already have Node.js installed. Next, I want you to open the folder where you downloaded the template, and I also want you to open your terminal. If you are on Mac, you can do Command space and search for terminal. If you are on Windows, you can click the search icon at the bottom and search for Windows PowerShell. Okay, so now I want you to type cd, that's for change directory, and I want you to drag the portfolio template folder. Okay, so now we are inside the portfolio template directory, and the first thing that I want you to do is just to type node-b to confirm that Node.js has been installed properly. If you don't get the Node version, probably there is a problem with your Node.js installation. If that's the case, let me know in the comments and I'll send you another resource to install Node.js properly based on your operating system. Next, we can do npm install to install all the modules that are needed for the program to run. Then you can type npm run dev and hit enter to run the program. And as you can see, the server is running and you can access it visiting this URL. And there you have it. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the project files so that you know how to edit it. First, I want you to open your favorite editor. In my case, I use Visual Studio Code, but if you use another editor, that's fine. It's the same process. It's going to click open folder. It was in downloads, portfolio template. There you go. To update the navigation links, you can go in the data folder, index.js, nav links. So it's that simple. You just need to type something, and as you can see, it updates in real time. If you don't want to have the article, this is where you can remove it by just commenting this out, and now the link is gone. To update the logo, you can go inside the components folder, nav, JSX, and you can do it right here. To update the hero section, you can go back to the index.js file inside the data directory, and here it is. So this is the first portion, the name thing that is a variable over here. There you go. The hero headline, there is also a variable over here for this. And for these links, it's grabbing it from your email that's also over here, and the resume is this. Know that the resume is inside the public folder, so you can add your resume here, obviously with your name, and then just make sure that whatever name the resume has, you also reflect that over here. And the same apply to the hero image. As you can see, it's inside the images folder and it's named hero image.png. So hero image.png. You can just add a different image with the same name and remove this one, and that will also do it. Or you can update the name over here. Scrolling down, we have the about section. This data is managed in the about component. So again, go to components, about, and here you have basically all the information. This is the section heading about. This is the about image. Again, so you will need, if you want to update this photo, you will need to add a photo in the public directory, images, and then just add the new image here and make sure that you update the path if it is different. In the case of this information, so this is right here. These are these technical skills, so proficient in, and then prior experience, and your GitHub and LinkedIn links are in the index file inside the data directory over here. This information is managed inside the data folder, credentials. So here is where you can see the education headings, and you can see the different entries for school, certificates, and honors and awards. And here is also where the markup live. Now, if you want to update this heading, that's going to be inside pages, index.js. If you scroll down, let me expand this. Here you can see credentials. And something similar for projects. Here is the project's heading, but the project's data, it's coming from data, projects, and here is where I'm adding the name of the project, the description, main features, it's coming from features, and the technologies used are coming from this skills array. And the link for the preview is this one. Scrolling all the way down to the footer section, this is also managed inside the index.js file inside the pages directory. It's this section right here. So this is the get in touch, and this is the get into my inbox message that you see over here. Now the link, again, this email is coming from the data index file, as well as the links for your GitHub and LinkedIn profile. Now the articles page is managed in pages, articles, and this is the articles landing page. As you can see, this is the heading, and we have a table for managing this information. And the individual article page, it's this slug.js files that we see over here. Now the article information such as date, name, category, and content all is managed like this. So we have title for the title, author, I'm not displaying the author, but I'm displaying the category, the date. I'm not displaying a banner image, but if you want to, all that information is being rendered over here. As you can see, I'm just using the title, the category, and the date. But you can add more information here if you want to display more, and make sure that you update this file accordingly. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through how you can deploy your portfolio so that anyone can access it. For that, let's go to github.com. If you don't have an account, you can click the sign up button and just basically, follow the prompts here. Okay, now the first step is creating a new repo. For that, you can click the plus icon over here, new repository. I'm just going to name a portfolio. You can add a description if you want. I want to keep it public. I don't want to add a readme, and create repository. Now we want to upload the local files that we have into GitHub. And for that, we need to have Git installed. To install Git, you can follow the instructions based on your operating system, or you can watch a separate video on how to install Git for your operating system. Once you have Git installed, you can go back to the terminal that you had open. Again, if you're using Windows, it will be PowerShell. So cd, just drag the folder, hit enter, and the first step is making this a Git repo. And for that, you can follow the instructions provided in your brand new repository. As you can see, the first step is Git init. This is going to make this a local Git repository. Now here, instead of doing this, we can just do Git add that. And this is going to add all the files that we have in this folder. If we do a Git status, as you can see, all the files has been staged, basically ready to be committed. Then we can do the git commit. So git commit -m for message. And here you can say my first portfolio. Hit enter. Now your changes has been committed. Now, as you can see, we are in the mains branch. That's because by default, Git creates this branch for you. That's not the branch that we want. We want master. So git checkout dash b master. Okay, now we are in the master branch. Now the next step is connecting this local repo with the remote repo. And for that, you can just copy and paste this command. And finally, we need to push. We need to push the files that have been staged and committed. Now we need to push them to this remote repository. And for that, you can just copy and paste this. Instead of main, we want master. Okay, I'm getting this error because I have Git set up with my personal portfolio website, and now I'm trying to push to the CS engineers repo. So let me handle that real quick. Okay, I just added myself here as a collaborator. So let me try the push again, but before, let me go to here and let's try the push now. Hey, as you can see, it went through, and if I refresh, here I see all the files now. If you are following along and you go to actions, you notice that the deployment failed. And the error that we see, there are a couple, right? But we're seeing this one. So there is one step that I missed, and it is that we need to go into settings, click pages, then the source, GitHub Actions. So now if we go back to actions and try this again, so let's click the rerun this job. So now it's trying to do the build again. As you can see, the build completed successfully, and now it's trying to do the deployment. Hey, now as you can see, it has been deployed, and if you go to this URL, you will see your portfolio. So now as you can see, the URL is going to be your GitHub username .github.io/the name of the repo. So if you want to add a custom domain like I did with my own portfolio, so you're going to need to buy the domain first from a domain provider like GoDaddy, Namecheap, or Hostinger. Once you buy the domain, you will need to set up the DNS records using the information provided by GitHub by clicking this link. Then you can add your own domain here and click save. And then you'll be able to access your portfolio from the custom domain that you bought. Now, you don't need to buy a custom domain if you don't want. That's only if you want to look more professional, you are ready to start applying for jobs and internships. And even if you are, it's not a requirement. It's just like a plus. It looks more professional. But if you do want to go that route, let me know in the comments and I can create a separate video on how to do it. It's quick. It's not something that will take you hours. It's something real quick. But the thing is that you need to invest at least around, so let's see. So your domain name is going to be your first name and your last name. Usually that's not very expensive. It's less than $20. But again, I don't know where you live. That might be a lot of money for some people. It might not be that much for others. Again, it's not a requirement, but if you want to go this route, you can check how much it's going to cost by just doing your first name, last name.com search. In this case, I'm going to try, I don't know, I'm just going to try a random name. And as you can see, johnalmanzar.com is available for $10 a year. There you go. CS engineer is about learning web development to become a software engineer. So if that's you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to the newsletter to get more free stuff and the latest videos and articles directly in your inbox. I'll see you next time.